This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, we dodge the rain with the best in Bay Area spring sports. We'll have baseball with St. Francis and St. Ignatius. Foothill battles rival Amador Valley, and Acalanes takes on Northgate.
Softball has Silver Creek taking on Leland, a triple overtime lacrosse game with Menlo-Atherton and Los Gatos, and the story of the Heritage baseball star ready to return to the field after 2 surgeries. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin tonight with baseball in the West Alameda County League, where Berkeley has a perfect 4-0 record with senior captain Michael Dixon heading to the University of San Diego next year.
Yep, he's a good one. The Jackets taking on second place Arroyo. The Don's senior Fidel Sanchez is hitting .333 coming into this game with first place on the line. The game played at Berkeley on Friday afternoon.
The Berkeley Yellow Jackets undefeated in league, taking on the Arroyo Dons. Top of the first, runners on first and second. Devin Castro up to bat. He hits a fly ball down the right field line. Fidel Sanchez scores on the sac fly. Dons on the board 1-0, and we skip to the third. Matt Marquez sends one through the right side. That's a single for Matt Marquez, and that puts runners on the corners. Next up is Castro, and Devin smashes it to left center. The ball is caught, and Sanchez comes sliding into home, scoring on the sac fly. The Dons lead it 2-0. Bottom of the fourth now, Zachary Tallerman at the plate, and he tattoos this ball, and that one is gone. The bomb makes it 2-1 with Arroyo still up, but it's all Dons from here. 6th inning now, Arroyo with the bases loaded. Valenzuela crushes it to the left field fence to score Castro and Matt Marquez. The Dons now leading 4-1. One batter later, it's Gordon Reed, and he laces one to the right side. Alex Harrell comes around to score and escapes the tag for the Dons' 5th run. Meanwhile, Cameron Weatherford just dominating on the mound, going 7 innings, allowing just 2 hits while striking out 12. The Arroyo Dons take this one 5-1, handing Berkeley their first league loss of the season.
The Willow Glen grounds crew doing a great job to get the field ready to host Live Oak in a Mount Hamilton Division showdown. Bottom 2, Willow Glen gets a runner in scoring position, but Live Oak starting pitcher Justin Sakai ends the inning with the backwards K. The Acorns get a rally going in the third. Galvin Velez drops a bunt down and gets those catcher legs moving. The throw is wide. Velez is safe at first. P.J. Kissy advances to second. Kai Rodriguez then comes to the plate with 2 outs and hits a flare. That one is going to be trouble. It drops, allowing Kissy to advance to third. Next up, Jonathan Singleton with a solid rip to left center. Kissy scores, and the football quarterback gets the 2-out RBI double. Clutch batting by Singleton. Justin Judd keeps the 2-out rally going as he sends it back up the middle. Singleton scores. The throw comes home. Connor Henning slides in safe at the plate. Judd makes it 4-0 Acorns. Willow Glen gets the bats going in the bottom of the 5th. Michael Malvini with a line drive single to center field. The bases were juiced then for Arthur Jones. The junior turns on the inside pitch and rubs it down the first base line. Isaac Munoz and Malvini score to pull the Rams within 2. Willow Glen looking for the comeback, but the Acorns shutting it down on defense. Center fielder Rodriguez tracking down the deep fly ball and a spectacular catch. The Acorns take the first game of the series and remain unbeaten in league at 3-0.
Menlo-Atherton and Los Gatos both undefeated in league, looking to stay in the top spot in the standings. First goal of the game goes to the home team. Chris DeCibio shoots and scores. It's 1-0 Menlo-Atherton. But the Wildcats come right back. Mitch Thompson finds William Brody, and the well-executed play turns into a goal for LG. The Bears with the 2-1 lead after 1 in the second. The Cats go on a tear. Brody with the pass to Wesley Elliott going top shelf. It's 3-2 LG on top. And 3 minutes later, Matthew Breen going around the perimeter and shooting 5-4 Cats at halftime. Here come the Bears, down 6-5 in the 4th. Defender Jack Tolley breaks free, and with his long stick goes low, and Tolley ties it at 6. 3 minutes later, Cat's back on top. Watch DeCibio put the spin move on his defender, then finds Marshall Spurlock for the MA goal. We're tied at 7. 8 minutes left in the game. Mitch Thompson hits the right corner of the net, and it's 8-7 Los Gatos. 1 minute left now. DeCibio in the far corner of the field, and how he scores this goal, I have no idea. The MA Bears tie it at 8 and force an overtime. Actually forced 3 overtimes. We're midway through the third OT. Ryan Fogarty with some room to run. Is the defender going to shoot it? Yes, he does, and it's good. Ryan Fogarty with the second goal of his career, and watch the dog pile. Los Gatos beats MA in 3 overtimes. 9-8 the final.
Two teams undefeated in the East Bay League, California and Carondelet going at it into the second. Runners on first and second. Mackenzie Clark sends a drive to the right center field fence, scoring Audrey Julian. 1-0 Carondelet. Bottom of the third now, Ella Romero up at the plate for Carondelet, and she knocks it down the line in left, a double for Romero. Next up is Juliana Bridges, who drives a bomb into left center field, high and deep, and gone. A 2-run blast for Bridges, part of a 5-run third inning. It's 7-0 Carondelet in the fourth. Check out this amazing running catch by Sydney Frankenberger to get the out for the Grizzlies there. But pitcher Gabriella Williams answers that with this line drive blast, a solo shot for Williams, and it's 8-0 Cougars. Bottom of the fifth. Carondelet with the bases loaded. Jesse Junio rips it down the left field line. Scoring is Alexandria Schwenger, and Romero to close the game. 10-0 the final. A big day for Williams, allowing just 1 hit with 7 Ks, and she hit a home run.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikus Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
It's the Rikus Center, Cal High Sports Report. Ramen Jamal, check it out. Your Players of the Week, it's like a live concert. When Kai Johnson steps to the plate, it's all eyes on him. The senior outfielder for the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons helped them win 3-2 in walk-off fashion. 3 for 3 at the plate, a double and RBI. Kai hits deeper than the voice of the Arby's guy. With an average of over 400 at bat, they keep the undefeated league record intact. Every Monarch should know what Savannah Wadley do. She makes you feel good like Motley Crue. A shortstop for the Archbishop Mitty Monarchs, a left-handed slapper with really strong heart. She helped defeat Silver Creek 4-2. 3 for 3 at the plate, that's 4-2. 2 RBI in the double, she's the cause of hoopla. Already committed to the University of Utah. Hey. These are your Players of the Week. The Rikus Center, Cal High Sports Report.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
If you fall onto your wrist, it is usually just a sprain and will get better within days. If you have pain below the base of your thumb, you may have a scaphoid fracture, a break in one of the small bones of the wrist, but an important bone for wrist motion. This injury can be dismissed as just a sprain because initial x-rays are often normal. MRI or follow-up x-rays a week later are critical to avoid missed scaphoid fractures. Treatment varies from casting to screw insertion depending on the severity and location of the fracture. Remember, if you still have pain and tenderness in the area of the base of your thumb a week after falling onto your wrist, talk to your athletic trainer to make sure this troublesome injury is not being missed.
Coming up, our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. It's the Mission Valley League tussle with Moreau Catholic taking on Kennedy.
And softball with Silver Creek and Leland as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
Each day brings new possibilities. That's why you need a partner dedicated to helping your company reach its goals. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
If you have had hard times or you're experiencing trials and tribulations in life, we understand and we want to help. If you have had previous car problems or unresolved credit issues, whether you are parting ways or just starting over, we have a program to get you back on track, back on the road to the promised land. You owe it to yourself. If you have the will, we have the way. So call us today. Start something new.
What keeps me coming back to golf? Love. For the game and for the ones I play it with. We love this game as much as the pros. That's why we have the same doctors. Teaming up to keep the pros and my family at the top of our game.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
We are back at Levi Stadium with a big game this week in the Mission Valley League. Just 2 league games in the books, with Moreau Catholic and Kennedy among the 4 league leaders.
The 2 teams with home and home series this week. We have action from the Friday afternoon game at Kennedy, and it's our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and our Adrian Soriano was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Both Moreau and Kennedy started off the week on top of the Mission Valley League standings and were supposed to play on Wednesday. But because of the rain, both teams decided to play on Friday. For Kennedy, look for Dalton Bowling to make an impact on offense. Dalton is heading to San Jose State next year and is batting .481 for the Titans. On the mound for Moreau will be Gerardo Vargas, looking to silence the Kennedy bats. Gerardo is 3-1 on the season with 30 strikeouts. It's game 1 between Moreau and Kennedy in the NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Kennedy already up 1 after a Dalton Bowling home run, and they were looking to add on. Cole Lewis hits a grounder to second. Moreau gets the out at first as Darren Perry comes home. 2-0 Kennedy after 1. Top 3 and the Mariners looking to get on the board, but Bowling fields a grounder and underhands it to Josh Mangus for the force out to end the threat. Bottom 3 and Bowling gets a hold of this one, sending it to deep center field. That ball is gone. A solo shot for Dalton, his 2nd home run in the game, and Kennedy takes a 3-0 lead. John Harmon keeps it going with a solid single to left. Cole Lewis up to bat next, and he follows suit with a base hit to right. But the Mariners buckle down on defense. Noah Zertucci tags third for 1, then fires to Tyler Matthewson at first. That's a double play. Still 3-0 Titans after 3. Darren Perry was stellar on the mound for Kennedy, getting the batter to chase for strike 3, one of his 3 strikeouts on the game. 5th inning, and Kennedy loads the bases for Cole Lewis, who skies one to right field. That's good enough to score Bowling to extend the lead to 4. The Titans continue to play small ball as James Swartz hits a dribbler back to the pitcher. Everybody's safe as Perry comes in to score, and it's 5-0 Kennedy after 5. Kennedy adds some insurance in the 6th. Harmon crushes one past everybody in left. That one goes all the way to the wall as Bowling scores one more time. The Titans win Game 1 and Game 2 later on to go to 4-0 in the MVAL. Dalton Bowling talks to us after the game.
Just trying to be in a leadoff hitter, trying to get runs on the board as quick as possible, put the team away early, and just get a lead for my team. My team, they're all my brothers, just trying to get a lead for them, and our pitchers just shut it down.
In Fremont with the Blockbuster game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Leland Chargers getting ready to take the field against league rival Silver Creek. No scoring with great defense early. Leland's Krista Spears running down the long fly ball there. Runner at first for the Raiders as the ball is bunted in front of the plate. Catcher Crystal Kim fires to Emma Ferguson at first, who throws across the diamond to pitcher Jordan Bennett covering at third. That's a double play. Still scoreless as pitcher Clarissa Ramirez drives this one to the fence in left center. It's a double, but Clarissa would not score. Still scoreless in the 4th as Sydney Poole lays down a terrific bunt, and when the throw gets away at first, the sophomore is on her horse all the way to third with nobody out. Later on in the same inning, Bennett at the plate, and she sends a slow roller up the first base line, avoiding the tag long enough for the run to score. Leland takes a 1-0 lead. But Silver Creek comes back in the 5th, 2 on for Alexis Eugene, who sends a bomb to right center, hitting the base of the fence, scoring are Adriana and Amia Noriega. It's 2-1 Silver Creek, a triple for Eugene. Still in the 5th, Ramirez sends a sharp single up the middle, scoring Eugene as Silver Creek takes a 3-1 lead. Leland gets a run on a wild pitch to make it 3-2 with a chance to tie it here as Paige McGill sends a solid single up the middle. The runner from second trying to score, but Alohi Palo comes up firing and nails the runner at the plate. Eugene with the tag as the Raiders get one more late to win it. 4-2 was the final.
Each week, South County Chrysler and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award. This week's Coach of the Week is Clint Hoover from Acalanes. The Dons off to a 9-0 start to the season, playing very well.
We'll see Coach Hoover and his Dons in action later in the show. Coach Hoover, this week's South County Chrysler U.S. Bank Coach of the Week. Coming up to the West Catholic League we go for Valley Christian and Mitty.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Softball Power Rankings.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform. One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit in the country dedicated to brain healing and brain health resulting from sports-related concussions. We help athletes get better quicker and learn the benefits of brain health. Don't ignore a possible brain injury that can get worse over time if left untreated. Call One Hit Away today and find out what we can do for you, or go to our website at onehitaway.org.
There are long-term ramifications of sports-related brain injuries. A concussion is no different than a broken leg. If one does not properly heal it, there usually will be long-term negative ramifications. Don't be fooled by this invisible injury.
We're the Wildcats from Los Gatos, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports. Yeah!
We are back at Levi Stadium and off to the West Catholic League, where the Valley Christian Warriors are threatening to run away with the league title. The Warriors with a 2-game lead over the rest of the pack coming into this week.
Lots of Warriors playing very well, including Coleman Brigman, who will play at Santa Clara next year and right now hitting .448. The Monarchs are led by the York brothers, both playing very well to start this season and looking to topple the Warriors Friday afternoon. The Mitty Monarchs looking to hand Valley Christian its first loss in WCAL play, runner on first. In the bottom of the first, our 2018 Player of the Year, Nick York, hits it high and deep and gone. Mitty goes up 2-0. 2 batters later, Nick's big bro, Joe, does the same thing with a runner on the lefty, pulling it to right, and it's off the building. That is a home run, and it's 4-0 Monarchs after 1. Bottom of the second, a runner on first for Jonah Advincula, and Jonah hits the gap in right center. It rolls a little bit. The runner on first trying for home, but an awesome relay for the Warriors. Jack McGrew guns down the runner. Jackson Wall applies the tag, and the very next batter, Connor Leverton, hits a grounder up the middle. The shortstop bobbles it and throws it away. Advincula scores. One more run would come in for the Monarchs, and Mitty leads at 6-0. Steven Zobak had a great day at the plate for the Warriors. That's one of his 3 hits on the day, but Mitty pitcher Dominic Quinones doing work, inducing the fly ball here, allowing just 1 run through 6 1/3. Top 7, still 6-1 Mitty. Runners on first and second. Trevor Haskins with the fly ball up the middle, dropping in front of the center fielder. Zobak scores, and then things get crazy. 2 bases loaded walks makes the score 6-4, but the big man Joe York getting the batter to chase for the 21st out, and Mitty with the upset. The York Bros coming in clutch with 2 bombs as Mitty goes to 4-2 in league play.
The Milpitas Trojans getting last-minute instructions before the game against Santa Clara. Top of the second, no score with a runner at first. Marissa Alcantar smokes one to center for a hit, but sparkling defense here. Ashley Nass fires it to third. Serena Hutt with a tag. Still no score after two. Third inning, and Santa Clara puts runners at the corners for Haley Tran, who grounds it to short. The throw to first is off. Nicole Salas scores. 1-0 Bruins. Bottom half, Adriana Nash sends a sizzling shot to right. That one's going to roll for a while as Adriana makes it to third. That is a triple. But Santa Clara continuing to play D. Abigail Clayhold fires to Soto for one, then throws to Trujeke at home. That's a double play, and it's 1-0 Santa Clara after three. Milpitas with the bases loaded in the fifth. Tahani Lopa skies one to center. That's deep enough to score Jada Hudson, and it's all tied up at one. Bruin pitcher Victoria Latz induces the fly ball to left. Salas makes the catch to end the inning as we head to the bottom of the seventh, still tied. Milpitas bases loaded. Lopa wants to be the hero. She hits it through the infield for a base hit. That's a walk-off win for the Trojans, who improved to 6-1 on the season.
U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Aubrey, tonight we meet an outstanding baseball player working to get back on the field despite double surgeries threatening to end his career. Being the son of a baseball coach means lots of time on the field, lots of time developing a passion for the game. That passion made it even tougher for Garrett Jackson to be away from the game these past 3 years.
Sophomore year, it got to the point where in my PE class I was not able to run anymore. And I was really noticing it around school. It was getting to the point where I couldn't even walk.
In September of 2016, it was to the point where he would be in the outfield, he would go to take a step, and his leg would collapse.
About October break of my sophomore year, I was actually on crutches and basically lost all mobility of my whole leg. And I had to finally, after like 5 MRIs, they finally found a tumor the size of a small lemon in my spinal cord that all the other MRIs couldn't recognize.
The next day, Garrett was in surgery to remove a meningioma, a non-cancerous tumor the size of a small lemon pushing against his spinal cord and causing the paralysis. 2 vertebrae were removed along with the tumor. Doctors told Garrett he would likely need spinal fusion surgery at some point, but for now, he could begin the long process of learning to walk again and regaining his strength to one day begin to play baseball. The hard work paid off, with Garrett offered to play at San Francisco State after his senior year. But then, more bad news. The spinal fusion surgery would be needed sooner than expected. Because of a curvature of the spine, Garrett would need surgery to stabilize his back.
So he found out, I mean, literally within a 24-hour span, that they wanted him to play during the fall at San Francisco State, and that he found out that he needed his second surgery at the same time.
Working so hard to return from the last surgery and have to sit out again and see all that hard work almost go to waste, it seems like, because, you know, having already sit out sophomore year, I thought, you know, that was it. You know, I sat out my year, I did my time, worked my butt off in the off season, played the best ball I've ever played last summer, you know, getting looked at, interested by colleges and that whole thing, and I was at the peak of my game, even the day of my surgery, you know, playing, hitting all the way up until it, and, you know, just the hardest part is just, you know, knowing that I wouldn't be able to show off all my hard work this season.
With a back full of hardware, Garrett once again worked to recover, worked to get back onto the diamond with his Heritage High School teammates who have supported Garrett throughout both surgeries.
When he was in the hospital, a bunch of guys were asking to get off practice early to go see him, and the day that he got home, a bunch of them went over there, and, you know, to have 16, 17-year-old kids, you know, have that kind of mindset, it really meant a lot to the whole program. I think the school kind of rallied around him.
My teammates have meant everything. They've been there every step of the way, and they're what pushed me in order to get back. You know, I know that they got my back, I got theirs, and, you know, I've been with most of these guys throughout my 4 years here. They were so supportive through my last one, and once again through this one, and they know how hard I worked. They knew that we were all excited for me to come back this year and finally get to show off. And, you know, this obviously devastated everybody, but I know that they're playing out there for me, and when I come back, it's going to be fun. So.
Today, Garrett continues to work toward his goal of playing for the Patriots this season. Doctors have pointed to May 7th for the return to the diamond, but Garrett thinks he can get there sooner. Garrett works with his dad away from the diamond, more hard work driven by a passion to play the sport he loves and the desire to get back onto the field with his teammates. Now, Garrett's life started with a life-threatening illness as a baby. He was not able to breathe on his own until he was 1 week old, so Garrett has overcome a lot in his short life.
Amazing story. 2 surgeries he had to overcome.
And he's just about to be back, so as soon as he comes back, we'll have it on the show.
Awesome. Well, Garrett is our Be Human Inspirational Athlete this week. To nominate your favorite inspirational athlete, download the Be Human app in the App Store and use the tag Inspirational Athlete to share what makes your nominee so inspirational. Be Human is humanizing social media. Be Human, inspire, and be inspired. Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Foothill takes on rival Amador Valley.
And Bishop O'Dowd battles Los Lomas in lacrosse. You're watching the top high school sports show in the country. 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Steve Greenwood's water pump repair business and Tri-Counties Bank have a history together. So when the chance to start a company that manufactures the parts he uses came down the pipe, he knew who to turn to. Branch manager Daryl Polk and team created a business line of credit, allowing flexible funding to start the company and fund initial manufacturing operations, maintaining a strong cash flow for his flowing enterprise. That service to be pumped about. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Luxury real estate is far more than a transaction. It's about living the life you deserve. Morgan Mano Shepler with McGuire Real Estate knows a commitment at this level requires a rock-solid relationship with experts who truly understand each local community. Go to Morgan's website to learn more about available homes for sale, read Morgan's client testimonials, and request a complimentary home valuation. With Morgan's proven track record for success, her clients enjoy a complete concierge service experience from start to finish. Because anything is possible when you have the right agent.
At San Jose State University,
we discover who we want to be. For ourselves,
for our families,
for our communities.
Different and unexpected.
Begin here.
At the heart of a transforming valley, in a city that is tough and beautiful.
We are Spartans.
What powers us changes our world.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare. We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. The game is not only a battle for first place, it's a big-time rivalry with these two Pleasanton teams.
That's right. Both Foothill and Amador Valley come into this game a perfect 3-0 in league. It's our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Aubrey was there.
The Amador Valley Dons looking to stay undefeated against rival Foothill. Bottom one, runner on first for Justin Warner, who grounds one through the right side. That allows Justin Rasmussen to advance to third, but Foothill would get through the inning unscathed. This one quickly turning into a defensive game. Watch the diving catch from Don's center fielder Nick Maestas. And the next batter, catcher Ari Solomon, says not in my house and nabs the runner, stealing second. 3 innings later, still no score, but the Foothill defense locking down as well. Second baseman Nico Mallet with a tough grounder and off-balance throw. On the mound, we had a battle of the lefties. Falcon pitcher Jake Gebb finishing the 1-2-3 inning with the backwards K in the 5th. And in the 6th, the southpaw for the Homestead, Rasmussen, showing no signs of fatigue. We go into the top of the 7th scoreless. Falcons have a runner on second, and a walk puts 2 on. Rasmussen leaves the mound after throwing 6 1/3 scoreless innings, allowing just 2 hits. Next batter, a grounder to short, and the shortstop looks back both runners. He gets into a pickle with the runner on third, and the ball gets thrown into left field. That allows Matt Sugden and Ryan Stemplinger to score. One more would come home by way of an error. And it's 3-0 Foothill heading into the bottom of the 7th. Josh Anderson comes in to close. He induces the ground ball. Justin Derlinger to Mallet to Tommy Scavone for the 6-4-3 double play. And the Falcons take the game behind a strong pitching performance from Jeb. And here they are after this huge win, the Foothill Falcons. We're talking to Jake Gebb first. He threw 6 shutout innings on the mound, so he is our MVP. Turn that around. Jake, this pitching staff has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Talk about the key to your guys' success.
Well, I mean, every day we grind, we're out on the field, we're doing what we have to do, and it shows, it pays off in the game. Like, we have, every pitcher could have been on the same situation doing the same thing. Like, every one of us could have been out there. Everybody works hard, and that's what makes us such a good team, and our pitching staff so great.
Awesome, thank you. All right, up next, we're talking to the catcher. This is Matt Sugden. Matt, you guys are off to an 11-1 start.
Yeah.
How are you guys so good?
Oh, well, it's just because we work so hard. We work every day. We're on the grind. We lift in the weight room every day. Okay, this is good. It's a good ball club, and that's why we're close.
Thank you very much, Matt. All right, finally, Ryan Stemplinger. Okay, so you guys took down your arch rival. They live across the street. You guys play Little League with them, I'm guessing. What is it like taking the field against such a familiar opponent?
Well, there's a lot of emotions running hot, but it feels good for the team just to come out on top. I mean, we came in here focused, and I'm glad we got the dub today. We played hard.
Awesome. All right, these are the Foothill Falcons. Guys, take us out.
Bishop O'Dowd hosting Los Lomas under the lights and in the rain Tuesday night. Dragons get off to a quick start as Annika Ditzler fires one in for the first goal of the game. Ava Murphy follows that one with one of her own. Dragons would jump out to a 3-0 lead, but the Knights would quickly come back. Portia Sasser runs it down the field and hits Lexi Martinucci, who scores. Knights and Dragons are 4-4 at the half. Los Lomas jumps out the gate in the second half. Carol Halpin flies around the goal and shoots one in for a Knight score. Murphy on fire for the O'Dowd Dragons. Here she flips one in to tie it back up. Later in the half, now tied at 8, Emily Bartling tosses it to Sasser, whose goal gives the Knights a temporary 9-8 lead. But it's the Dragons' turn. Ditzler weaves around traffic and gets it in for the goal. Murphy will follow with one of her own. Some nice moves here, and the Dragons are up by 1. Under 4 minutes to go. Knights on the move. This time it's Halpin hitting Amelia Metcalf, who shoots it in to tie it up at 10-all. But the Dragons would take the lead one final time. Ditzler started it. She may as well finish it with the assist from Murphy. O'Dowd hangs on for the final 2 minutes. Final score 11-10. Murphy with 5 goals for the Dragons. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
The voting is now on to determine the top 10 vote getters. You could go to the Lexus of Stevens Creek Facebook page or website to vote for your favorite volunteer.
The top 10 vote getters will then submit essays, and 5 of those top 10 volunteers will then split $10,000 in scholarship money. So go and vote now. The polls close April 10th. Coming up, 2 teams battling for the top spot in the West Catholic League as St. Francis takes on St. Ignatius.
And boys volleyball with Los Lomas and Acalanes. This is 49ers Cal High Sports Report, and we will be right back. Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio with a West Catholic League matchup of 2 teams chasing first place, Valley Christian.
Yeah, St. Ignatius having a terrific season with a 7-4 record, winning 3 of the past 4 games. St. Francis comes into this game with a 10-4 record and looking to keep in the league title hunt in the game played on Friday afternoon. North Bay Sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. A beautiful sunny day in Pacifica as St. Ignatius gets ready to meet St. Francis. Lansford on the board first in the first. Runners at first and third for Elijah Ricks, who does a job sending it to the right side. Izzy Galindo scores 1-0 Lancers. The Wildcats get the run back in the third. Matt Rosen shoots it down the left field line, and when the throw gets away at second, Rosen goes to third. He scores on a sacrifice. We're tied at 1-1. Jack Dyke pitched well for the Wildcats and gets a defensive gem here. Nick Galfquidez dives and throws across his body for the out. Nice play. The Wildcats take the lead in the fourth. Bases loaded, 2 out for Jack Castiglione, who hits a solid single to left, scoring Colin McCarthy. 2-1 Cats. Joey Schott, another fine performance for St. Francis. He gets the K here to end the fourth, and the Lancers take over from there. Runner at second for Zach Tejera, who crushes this one all the way to the wall and left center. Scoring from second is Michael Leahy, part of a 3-run fifth inning for the Lancers. Izzy Galindo had a great game for the Lancers. This one of his 3 hits. Izzy also great defensively at shortstop. Timius Del Rosario Concordia scores. The Lancers score 5 times in the 6th. Petey Halpin sending this one to the softball field in right center. A monster blast. Galindo scores again. It's 9-2 Lancers. The Wildcats try and come back late as Rosen finishes his big day. Watch out, softball players. This one is way out there. 2-run score. It's a triple for Rosen, but not enough. St. Francis wins at 10-4. Galindo, a huge game at the plate, going 3 for 4 at the plate. Schott picking up his 4th win of the season for the Lancers.
The Los Lomas Knights getting hyped up to take on the Acalanes Dons Tuesday night. Lane Altbaum deflects the kill. Colin Kerbach back sets it to Austin Kinnear, who fires a rocket over the net. The Dons trail by 1. Then a block by Turgle. Ugon Bayar adds to the Knights' lead for the 2016 advantage, but the Dons come back late. Alex Frank bumps it to Kerbach for a deep set to Kinnear, and Acalanes takes the first set 25-23. The Dons dominating in the second. Altbaum to Kerbach, and another back set to Kinnear, who slams it down. That deserves a self-5. Then it's Frank here with the block to take the set 25-14. The Dons now up 2-0. Third set, Kinnear to Kerbach to Frank, and Alex smashes it into the hardwood to take the 5-point lead for Acalanes. Las Lomas answers back. Grant Holland to Ugon Bayar, who sets it up for Gabe Fernandez, who tools it off the block, cutting the deficit for the Knights, who trail 20-17, but it's not enough. Frank to Kerbach, setting it back up for Frank, who kills it for Acalanes as the Dons take the set 26-24, ending the match in 3 sets. Kinnear with a smashing performance, 18 kills.
Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. Give us a thumbs up on our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's where you can find and share all of the highlights and features you see on the show every week. And this Jimmy G bobblehead is so popular, we are going to give away another one.
It doesn't bobble.
It will bobble, although some people don't like to take them out of the boxes.
Oh, it's in a box. That's why it's up. I get it. The winner of last week's giveaway is Joe LaFontaine. Coming up, the game for the top spot in the De Anza division is Los Gatos and Palo Alto in our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game.
And Carlmont battling Hillsdale in softball. We'll be right back.
Come on. Come on, Squirt.
Whatever your financial goals are, a U.S. Bank Wealth Management Advisor can help make them a reality. Talk to one today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
It's Truck Month. California's #1 volume dealer, South County of Gilroy, announces Jam to get a Ram. Hundreds of award-winning trucks are on sale. New Ram 1500 Eco Diesel with $18,000 off MSRP. New 2019 Ram starting at $23,988. Four-door trucks? Wow! New Ram 2500 Heavy Duty Diesel, $13,000 off. 2018 Pro City, just $16,888. Save over $9,000. It's time to jam to get a Ram in Gilroy.
The Rica Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rica Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Always shoot from the side, touch and go.
Back at Levi Stadium with a matchup of the top two teams in the De Anza division, Palo Alto and Los Gatos have had a great rivalry in baseball in the recent years.
The two teams tied with Los Altos for the top spot in the division starting this week. The battle to stay on top is our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Big rivalry game here at Palo Alto High School for Game 2 of the home-to-home series between the Wildcats and the Vikings. The Vikes took Game 1 4-1 and share the league lead with Los Altos coming into this game. The big bats for Pally senior Josh Kasevich and sophomore Matthew Karen both hitting over 400 and leading the team with 8 RBIs. For the Cats, it's Stanford-bound junior Tommy Troy hitting 340. In the De Anza League showdown, it's the Wildcats and Vikings in our block construction blockbuster game.
The Wildcats come out swinging in the first. Leadoff batter Tommy Troy puts a beautiful swing on this pitch and crushes it to deep right center all the way to the wall. Troy going for third all the way. He slides in safely for the leadoff triple. Next up, Jared Mazzaferro doing the job, hitting a grounder to shortstop. Josh Kasevich gets the out at first. Troy comes in to score to put LG on the board. Still top one, Jack Lewis Miller comes to the plate and gets all of this one. It is out of here. The Cats cleanup batter makes it 2-0 off that solo Jack. Home half of one, lefty Xander Darby hits a fly ball to center field for a leadoff double, but he gets left on base. Los Gatos starting pitcher Trevor Allen dealing on the mound. The San Jose State commit striking out the side to end the fourth. He's got a one-hitter going. Top five, LG looking to get some base runners on, but Pally catcher Aiden Berger fields the bunt and fires to first. Nice hustle by Berger for the out. Top six, the Wildcats get some insurance as Kai Horry hits a fly ball to left, deep enough for Jared Quant to tag up and score for the 3-0 Los Gatos lead. The Wildcats finish this game off with strong defense. Allen induces the grounder. Troy to Horry to Brennan King for the double play. The Cats take game 2, 3-0 to split the series with Pally. Winning pitcher Allen has himself a day. He goes the distance, allowing only 3 hits. We talked to him after the game.
It was really good to get redemption from Wednesday's game, and they beat us in league championship, so this was really all about revenge for us, and we really needed this to get our confidence back. Defense was great for me. Offensively, we jumped on them early, put pressure on them. That was really huge.
In Palo Alto with our blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report. Yes! The Hillsdale Knights looking to hand the defending league champs their first league loss, but Carlmont's not going down easy in the first. Runners on second and third for Jessica Agosti. Jessica smacks one up the middle, plating Taylor Weiss and Ashley Cheerweiler, but great defense by the Knights. Shortstop cuts to Scott Raleigh short. Bella carry on with the awesome backwards catch. It's 2-0 Carlmont. The Knights have a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the bottom half. It looks like a blooper, but Cheerweiler comes out of nowhere and doubles up the runner to escape the jam. Top of 3, Wise slaps a hit to left, and it gets past the left fielder and rolls a while. 1 run comes in to score. That puts Wise on third for Emar Cunningham, and by gosh, she smokes that one. It goes all the way to the fence, scoring Wise 4-0 Carlmont, and 3 batters later, there are runners on the corners for Andrea Rachopi. A seeing eye grounder brings home Agosti, and the Carlmont offense would go on to score 11 runs after 5 innings. That puts the run rule in place for Sonny Cariajo, who strikes out the batter, and Carlmont walks away with the 11-run victory. Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Gio Sasso from the Bellarmine baseball team. Gio with a sparkling 4.0 GPA.
Yeah, and I know Gio's dad really well, so I can tell you that Gio gets his smarts from his mom. Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its winning entrepreneur from its inaugural incubator class. Thanks to Next47.com for donating the funding. 6 students in 4 startups received a total of $15,000 to further their endeavors. Read more at news.harker.org. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions.
Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video.
Here is this week's Adobe tip. Okay, here's a tricky one that will save you a lot of time in your editing, especially with your long pieces. If you want to move everything over from one point somewhere in your timeline, you can try and lasso these pieces and move them over, but in a long piece with lots of edits, this can be tricky. The shortcut, with your timeline marker where you want the clip to move, hold down the A key to move that portion of your video to the right. Shift A to move it to the left. Easy, right? Coming up, the Acalanes Dons hope to keep their unbeaten streak alive.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for baseball. '49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andry.
And we are both brokers with Sereno Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
The Acalanes Dons are an incredible 10-0 to start the season. The Dons squeaking out a 1-0 win over Northgate earlier this week.
The team's playing part 2 of the home and home series on Thursday.
Everybody gets to ride the tractor except me, this Northgate fan ready for his boys taking on undefeated Acalanes. The Dons score first in the first. A nice bunt by Cole Murguia. The runner moves to third. Cole is safe at first. The run scored on a sac fly, 1-0 Dons. Great defense throughout this game. Jonathan Gazdar with a backhand grab and a strong throw to first to end the first. On the mound for Acalanes, Nick Kresnik was dealing. He gets one of his 7 Ks in the game to end the second. The rain starts in the fourth and the Dons start raining hits. Thatcher Hurd with a rope to center to get the inning started. Later on in the inning, with the bases loaded, Tommy Thrasher loops it to left. It falls in just in front of the fielder. Luke Miles scores, and when the throw gets away, Davis Diaz scampers home with a slide. Thrasher ending up at second. It's 3-0 Acalanes. The Dons get another run on a bases-loaded walk, then this bases-loaded hit by pitch. Scott Bryden takes the base as Thrasher comes in to score 5-0 Acalanes Dons. Sixth inning, this one is lined to Davis at short, who puts it away. The game called for rain after that, giving Acalanes a 6-inning victory. Kresnak impressive on the mound for the 11-0 Dons.
Up next, we have the Hillsdale Fighting Knights hosting the Carlmont Scots in the first. Hillsdale down by 2. Noah McLean drills one in for the Fighting Knights to make it 13-12 Carlmont. Later in the set, it's 21-20 Scots and Miles. Osorio sets for Ethan Mayos, who sends it home. Carlmont takes the first set and on to the second. Hillsdale wastes no time. Roberto Sapienza sets it up for McLean, who scores the first point of the set, and Hillsdale would take the slight lead, but Carlmont battled back. This time it's Maxwell Jung who gets the kill. Scots would go on to take the second set 25-20. In the third, it was neck and neck down to the wire early on. McLean tips it over to tie it at 2, and later in the set, the Fighting Knights down by 3, but Sapienza sets it for Jack Valley, who slams it down. Hillsdale would take the lead, but gets stopped by the defense. Azorius and Stelios Kiriakou gets the big block here to take the 27-26 lead. A couple of exchanges later, we're tied at 29, but it's Mayos who gets the big kill to take the 1-point lead, and Carlmont would go on to win it after winning the exciting third set, a sweep over Hillsdale.
The Half Moon Bay baseball team is having a great season.
The team visiting the Rikus Center this week to talk about their season with Shan Berries from 99.7 Now.
We're here at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 Now, here with the guys of the Half Moon Bay baseball team! That's what I'm talking about. The season just started for you guys. What are your goals? What are your predictions for this upcoming season?
Yeah, so we're just trying to win as many games as possible. We made it to CCS last year, but it came short against St. Francis. So basically this year we're just trying to get back, and we want to win a title, so yeah.
Well, good luck. I think you guys can do it. What does baseball mean to you guys, and what does this team mean to you?
Well, this team means a lot to me. You know, I've grown up with these kids since first grade. We've been playing Little League together, yeah.
So we're all a very close community of Half Moon Bay. We don't have anywhere to go, so we all just hang out with each other pretty much. And this is my last year of baseball, so yeah, I'm a senior, and I just love these kids.
Well, you guys better keep in touch. Sounds like you will. I love to end with traditions. Give us some of those Half Moon Bay baseball traditions.
Well, we have a few traditions. One is like after every Saturday game, we go to the beach, we get all our stuff. You know, we play a game of junk ball, get some soda and some chips. You know, we go get wet. And yeah, it's fun. And we try to throw one team bonding a month, you know, to like get, you know, collective together. And at the first team bonding of every year, we get all the first year varsity players. We have a talent show. And they all got to do something crazy and like impress the seniors as judges.
Oh my God, what did you do last year?
I did the Napoleon Dynamite dance.
Can you give us a little bit of that?
Oh, I don't know about that.
All right, I'm putting you on the spot. It's Shan from 99.7 Now. You can catch me every morning on the Fernando and Greg Show, 6 to 10 a.m. and then 10 to 2. Give it up for the boys of the Half Moon Bay baseball team.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in the game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to Los Gatos Wildcats, tied at 8 in triple overtime. Ryan Fogarty delivering the game-winning shot. Ryan, a senior defender, giving his team a reason to be happy. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Tim Dempsey. Today's training tip is a Nordic hamstring curl. He's going to push down into the box with his knees, push his rib cage down, engage his abs, look straight across, slowly lower himself down using hamstrings, keeping the rib cage tight. He can absorb itself, he can bend, come back up, tighten again, drop his rib cage down, engage through here, slowly go down as one unit. Hands are out to save his fall.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week, it's a hat, a very cool pair of headphones, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium, Monday, May 20th.
First off, we'll show you some very good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
We start with Bella Carrion for Hillsdale running away from the infield, a terrific catch. Here's Nick Maestras from Amador Valley with a diving catch for the Dons this week. Nick Galfitis from St. Ignatius at second base with a diving stop there, and then he gets up and a strong throw to first for the out. Ryan Fogarty from the Los Gatos lacrosse team in triple overtime. Ryan gets the game-winning goal. Great play there for Ryan and the Cats. Here's Kai Rodriguez for Live Oak running toward the fence and making a terrific catch in the Acorns win this week. That was huge, but the play of the week goes to Ashley Trueweiler from Carlmont. Look at Ashley come in and make a great sliding catch. She's got the ball and then heads up to throw to second for the double play. One more time, it's Ashley Trueweiler from Carlmont. A great catch in the double play for the play of the week. That's the play of the week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week to meet the baseball player from Los Altos and his battle with type 1 diabetes. We'll see you then.